Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We from Group 6 present our paper entitled Methods and Strategies of Teaching English Young Learner. The group consists of myself, Yulia Anggreni. My study number is 101 as the first speaker. Zuma Isatin Salihah, the study number is 105 as the second speaker. Faris Amilu Salihah, the study number is 128 as the third speaker. And the last, Aleka Aska, the study number is 191 as the fourth speaker. For more details, we go straight to the presentation of the first material. What is the English Young Learner methods? The learning methods is the method or step used in the interaction between student and educator to achieve the learning objectives that have been in accordance with the material and the mechanism of the learning method. The English Young Learner method is an English teaching technique for elementary school children controlled by an educator or teacher to present subject matter to students in class. English Young Learner requires appropriate and effective teaching methods and process. Jadi, metode pembelajaran merupakan metode atau tahapan yang digunakan oleh pendidik dalam interaksinya dengan siswa untuk mencapai tujuan pembelajaran yang telah ditetapkan sebelumnya dengan disesuaikan materi atau mekanisme metode pembelajaran tersebut. Metode pembelajaran bahasa Inggris untuk pelajar muda ini merupakan teknik pengajaran bahasa Inggris untuk anak sekolah dasar yang dikendalikan oleh seorang pendidik atau guru untuk mempresentasikan mata pelajaran kepada siswa di dalam kelas. Pembelajaran bahasa Inggris untuk pelajar muda ini membutuhkan metode dan proses pembelajaran yang tepat dan efektif. The most popular methods on which teaching English for young learners is based are TEM methods listed, for example, by Larson Freeman. This method consists of 8 types, namely audiolinguism, total psychical response or TPR, the natural approach, song, chants, puppets, flashcard, and the last game. The first is audiolinguism. Audiolinguism is based on the behavior theory about stimulus, response, reinforcement in other words, about learning new behaviors. In audiolinguism, intellectual engineering goes habit in language learning. This form of teaching includes mainly drills. The drill is designed to teach a certain form, for example, a correct sentence in present simple. Small changes are being performed on the drill so that the student will constantly learn, but also to prevent them from making mistakes. For example, teacher, there's a cup on the table. Repeat. Student, there's a cup on the table. Teacher, spoon. Student, there's a spoon on the table. Teacher, book. Student, there's a book on the table. Teacher, on the chair. Student, there's a book on the chair. The method has many drawbacks. For example, it does not allow the student to experience with the language. On the other hand, it's perfect for young learners, for it shows exactly how a proper English sentence should look like, and it can be very useful in establishing some fixed sentences and parts in the student dictionary. Metode paling populer yang mendasari pengajaran bahasa Inggris untuk pelajar muda adalah metode yang terdaftar, misalnya yaitu metode yang dikemukakan oleh Larson Freeman. Metode ini terdiri dari 8 jenis. Yang pertama adalah audiolinguistik, yang kedua adalah total response fisik atau TPR, yang ketiga adalah pendekatan alami, yang keempat adalah lagu, yang kelima adalah nyanyian, yang keenam adalah boneka, yang ketujuh adalah kartu flash, dan yang terakhir adalah permainan. Yang pertama adalah audiolinguistik. Audiolinguistik ini didasarkan pada teori behaviorism tentang stimulus, respon, dan penguatan. Dengan kata lain, yaitu untuk mempelajari mengenai perilaku yang baru. Dalam audiolinguistik ini, sama dengan melahirkan kebiasaan baik dalam pembelajaran bahasa. Bentuk pengajaran ini mencakup latihan utamanya. Latihan ini dirancang untuk mengajarkan bentuk tertentu, misalnya kalimat korektif dalam present simple. Perubahan kecil yang dilakukan pada latihan sehingga siswa tersebut akan terus belajar dan untuk mencegah mereka membuat kesalahan. Contohnya, guru ada cangkir di atas meja, ulangi, siswa ada cangkir di atas meja. Guru sendok, siswa ada sendok di atas meja. Guru buku, siswa ada sebuah buku di atas meja, dan lain sebagainya. Metode ini memiliki banyak kekurangan, misalnya tidak memungkinkan siswa untuk bereksperimen dengan bahasa. Tetapi di sisi lain juga memiliki kelebihannya, yaitu sempurna untuk digunakan oleh pelajar muda karena menunjukkan dengan tepat bagaimana seharusnya kalimat bahasa Inggris yang tepat dan bisa berguna untuk menetapkan beberapa kalimat dan frasa dalam kamus siswa. Second, Total Psychical Response atau TPR. TPR is basically learning from oral instruction given the students by the teacher. The basic idea is the students are not being made to speak. Their main task is to listen to the teacher instruction in the correct language and respond to them, and only if they feel ready they can start speaking in the language. The example of such instruction are Larsen Freeman. Bring me chalk from the box that lies on the desk. Go fast towards the door and hit it. Come to the blackboard and draw an apple. The teacher speaks the students using commas till everyone responds correctly, and then one of the students can start giving instruction to his fellow students. This type of teaching is appropriate mainly for the beginners. Yang kedua adalah total response fisik. Total response fisik atau TPR ini merupakan instruksi lisan yang diberikan kepada siswa oleh guru. Ide dasarnya adalah bahwa siswa itu tidak bisa berbicara. Tugas utama dari mereka adalah mendengarkan instruksi guru, kemudian menanggapi, dan jika mereka siap, mereka berbicara dengan bahasa itu. Contohnya dari instruksi tersebut adalah, bawakan saya kapur dari kotak yang terletak di atas meja. Cepatlah menuju pintu dan pukul. Datanglah ke papan tulis dan gambar apel. Guru berbicara kepada siswa menggunakan perintah sampai semua orang merespon dengan benar. Kemudian salah satu siswa dapat mulai memberikan instruksi kepada sesama siswa lainnya. Third, the natural approach. The natural approach is a method that methodologists advise to use the first text or teaching to introduce the total psychical response. The method concentration using the foreign language on the lesson, nearly on the theme, and having the students understand it by showing them pictures and being as expensive as possible. Listening comprehension is a crucial goal in both GPR and natural approach. In fact, it is so important that the teacher does not correct any oral error made by the student and allow them to use their mother tongue along with the foreign language to communicate on the lesson. Jadi, pendekatan alami adalah metode yang disarankan oleh para metodologi untuk digunakan pada tahap pertama pengajaran untuk memperkenalkan respon fisik total. Metode ini berkonsentrasi pada penggunaan bahasa asing pada pelajaran hampir sepanjang waktu dan membantu siswa memahaminya dengan menunjukkan kepada mereka gambar dan seekspresif mungkin. That is explanation of the material from me. For the next material will be present by the second speaker. Thank you. Demikian pemaparan materi dari saya. Untuk materi selanjutnya akan dipaparkan oleh pemateri kedua. Terima kasih.
Yes, my name Duma Isatin Sahlia. My student number is 105. Yes, I'm here. The next method of English you learn is song. Song are a powerful and almost inexhaustible source of English vocabulary. There are basic teachers help in teaching in kindergarten based off the audio and listening method. Yes, usually each song has a choreography for the children to understand and lyric better and have to more fun singing. Songs as a unique technique of teaching are very effectively way teaching kids. They teach pronunciation, vocabulary, and paras. The next for method of English young learners is chants. Just like song, chants are another sort of drill. The next of a chant is arithmetically often rhymed. Chants also can be divided into dance and they sometimes have a simple choreography. That is choreography for the children, but chants choreography is simple. The main difference between songs and chants is chants focus mainly on pronunciation or just making English sound. The next method of English your young learners is puppets. Yes, puppets, as it was mentioned before, young children have a short attention span, say from Hermes 2003. So every invited to the queue of teaching is welcomed. Puppets are one of such cues. They are used as story, song, chants, role play, and firework. To teach with the help of puppets, the teacher does not necessarily have method to the way of teaching. With the use puppets, it's to make them with the student and teach them such expression as draw, cut, stick, and etc. from say chain and superfine 1900 1997. The next method of English young learners is flashcard. Yes, flashcards' main goal is introduce vocabulary. Working with young learners attach mass on a high amount of colorful flashcards. Flashcards are useful tool also because they are easy to make and relative Europe. Walking the children requires creativity and energy. Apart from the methods technique you listen above, children love any type of active task containing jumping, clapping, shouting, running, walking, and dancing. That is from say Brown 2007. The next method of English young learners, the last yes, this is games. Yes, games are by far the most joyful of all the 10 you already listed. That fact makes them also very effectively since the students forget that they are learning because of their totality for searching and having fun and winning the game. In the word, game provided a positive classroom atmosphere and an effective learning environment. Yes, what is also important is that games are useful too on many stages of the lesson. They can be used warm up at the beginning of the lesson. The second is an introduction of the topic. Yes. So the third is a review of lexical item. The next is a kind of a drill, making the students repeat and learning lexical and grammatical. Then in the last is a cool off in the end of the lesson. Yes, here is a list some important criteria that proper game used in teaching English or math. The first is the game should have linguistic relevance. The next is they should have an aim and a purpose. So all the children should be able to participate. So the game should be easy and quick to set up and carry out. And the last, they should be fun for the children. The teachers say from Chan and Superfine 1997. Yes. Presenting the next.
What is AEL strategy? What is? Okay, the word strategy comes from the Latin strategia, which is defined as the art of using plans to achieve goals. Learning strategies according to Felberg and Driscoll in Shahputra 2014. The AEL strategy is a series of activities carried out in learning English early childhood to achieve a predetermined learning objective. Various AEL strategies. During the research conducted, there were 11 strategies implemented in teaching English to grade 5 of the international primary school. The first strategy is ice-breaking. The implementation of ice-breaking in the middle of the day becomes an effective strategy to help the student get rid of their boredom. The second strategy is reselling memory. Reselling memory is like an aid for the student to remember the previous knowledge that they have learned in the previous meeting. Sometimes some of the students forget the material that is learned in the last week. Therefore, the teacher implementing the reselling memory strategy is accommodating in the learning process. Okay, the third strategy is brainstorming. A study by Suyanto 2008, brainstorming is a technique to generate an idea. Here, the teacher will come up with topic and student will carry out their idea which is related to the topic. The teacher conducted by strategy at the beginning of the lessons by delivering several questions to the student related to material.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, I will continue the material that has been submitted by Faris. Number 4. Another strategy is play. The games played by the teacher are in the form of competition in math related to grammar. Group competition games are proven to be able to increase student participation and enthusiasm. This strategy is the same as listening and do, namely the technique proposed. He explained the listening and doing is one of the teaching institute of the teaching technique suitable for young people. Number 5. This strategy includes a question and answer technique. The teacher process question to the student, asks student to analyze certain information and summarize the material into conclusion. He said that asking, analyze, and inferring are used in the question and investigation technique. The question present by the teacher to student are able to foster student critical thinking skill. Number 6. Listen and read. In this strategy, students listen to the audio play by the teacher twice and read the audio text provided in the textbook simultaneously. This strategy helps students to recognize the correct pronunciation of each word in the text by discussing of the vocabulary in the text. Students can clearly understand the author intent in writing in the text. Number 7. Strategy is listen and match in this activity. Each student has a picture of a certain figure in their hand. They listen to the audio twice and immediately match the image with several categories based on the audio. So here, students do not have the audio text display. With listening technique like this, students are trained to have both competition, listen to certain information and match the required information with picture simulation. Number 8. Draw and read is another strategy used by the teacher in delivering English lesson. The teacher asks students to make certain picture and write short information under the picture, using sentence according to the material that students have learning. With this strategy, students are facilitated with interesting learning activities and are helped to apply the knowledge they have learned into real practice. Number 9. Strategy is vocabulary for students. Vocabulary writing after the teacher delivering material that contain rare and new vocabulary for students. The teacher asks students to write it down in a book called an assignment book. It is a book for students to write down vocabulary they just know. The book contains 4 columns. The first column in the vocabulary name. The second column is the meaning in Indonesia. The third column is for part of words. Second column is the meaning in the column. Number 10. Strategy in implementation learning is the closing material. The teacher usually applies this strategy at the end of the material explanation. This strategy is an effective way to help students have the strength and the right understanding of the main focus of certain material. Number 11, the last strategy in the teaching implementation was named assembly. Assembly is a kind of student performance which is held on a semester. In this activity, the student English speaking skill and support type. They can show any speaking performance such as drama, singing, reading poem, or other which is based on their interest and expertise. As a consequence, through implementation this strategy, student interest and student speaking confidence can be encouraged. Maybe that's all. Say more or less we apologize. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.